Hey there, my lovely gardeners. Have you ever looked out your window and wished for a garden that blooms with joy, without all the fuss? Or maybe you're wondering if it's too late to start planting as the fall weather rolls in. Well, you're in luck. October is actually one of the best times to plant, and I've got 14 easy crops you can start right now, whether you have a large garden or just a cozy little indoor space. Now, I know gardening can feel a little overwhelming at times, especially with all those fancy terms and complicated instructions. Trust me, I've been there. But I'm here to make it simple, fun, and doable for all of us. You don't have to be a pro to have a beautiful, thriving garden, just a little patience and a little love. So grab your gardening gloves and let's get started. I promise you're going to love what's coming. Now let's talk about these crops. You might be thinking, are these plants really senior friendly? And I'm here to tell you, yes. These crops are not only perfect for any energy level, but they're also incredibly forgiving. Whether you're working with a sprawling garden or just a sunny windowsill, there's something here for everyone. You see, the beauty of gardening isn't in how much you do, but in how much joy it brings. Just like my friend Judy, who lives down the street. She started small with a couple of potted herbs on her porch, and now she's got a full-on vegetable garden that brings her happiness every time she steps outside. Your neighbors will be jealous, trust me, and you'll feel so proud every time you see those green shoots popping up. These crops are low maintenance too, meaning you can spend more time enjoying your garden and less time working in it. Imagine sitting on your porch with a cup of tea, admiring your plants, and knowing you didn't have to break your back to get there. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? So what's on the list? These crops are perfect for any energy level and are absolutely affordable. I'm talking about plants that need minimal attention but still reward you with a bounty of beauty and even food. Whether it's a sunny windowsill or a backyard nook, you can make it happen. Plus, these crops are great for fall planting, when the weather's just right to get them settled in before the chill hits. Whether you're a beginner or someone with a bit more experience, these plants are designed to fit seamlessly into your space without all the extra fuss. And don't worry about fancy tools or complicated instructions. We're going to keep it simple and relaxing, just the way gardening should be. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to make your space bloom. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps us grow this beautiful gardening community, and you'll be the first to know when we release more easy tips and ideas to help make your garden thrive. Plus, your comments and likes really do make a difference in spreading the word to other lovely gardeners out there who might just need this content. So, grab a cup of coffee, take a deep breath, and let's make your garden shine. 14. Garlic. Now let's talk about a kitchen favorite, garlic. Garlic is perfect for a fall garden, especially because it loves the cool weather. And you'll love this. It's super easy to plant, and you can enjoy it next summer when you harvest those fresh bulbs. To plant garlic, simply break apart a head of garlic into cloves and plant them with the pointed side up, about 2 inches deep. Easy, right? Garlic doesn't need a lot of attention, but you do want to keep the soil moist, not soggy. And a little mulch on top will help protect it through the winter, so it's ready to sprout when the weather warms up. Here's a bonus tip. There's nothing better than the smell of garlic roasting in your kitchen. Trust me, your neighbors will be jealous when that scent wafts through the air. 13. Spinach. Next up, we've got spinach. Now, spinach is a true fall champion. It thrives in cool weather, making it perfect for October planting. This leafy green is super simple to grow, and you can enjoy fresh spinach in no time. Plant your spinach seeds directly in rows about ½ an inch deep. Keep them well watered, but be sure not to drown them. Spinach is a bit like your favorite old sweater, comfortable and cozy. And don't forget to harvest regularly to encourage new growth. Bonus tip, spinach is versatile. It's great in salads, soups, and even smoothies. It's so easy to grow, and you can even sneak a little extra into your meals without anyone noticing. Except, of course, for your health, which will thank you. 12. Lettuce. Now, who doesn't love fresh lettuce for a nice, crisp salad? Lettuce is a fast grower, and it's one of those crops that you can't go wrong with, especially if you love a good salad. It'll provide you with plenty of fresh greens in just a few weeks. Plant your lettuce in well-draining soil and space each plant about 12 inches apart. Water it consistently to keep the leaves nice and hydrated. Just a gentle reminder to avoid too much direct sunlight, or your lettuce might bolt, meaning it'll start to flower and turn bitter. And nobody wants that. Here's a bonus tip. Consider planting different varieties of lettuce for a colorful, varied harvest. You'll have your own little salad bar right in your backyard. How fun is that? 11. Kale. Let's move on to kale, an absolute powerhouse when it comes to leafy greens. Kale is hardy and cold tolerant, making it ideal for October planting. If you've never grown kale before, you're in for a treat. It's easy to grow and so good for you. You can either sow the seeds directly into the soil or plant young seedlings in rich, well-drained soil. Keep it moist, and you'll be harvesting those big, beautiful kale leaves in no time. Once they're big enough, snip them off to use in your favorite recipes. Bonus tip: kale is super versatile. You can use it in soups or even bake it to make crispy kale chips. Delicious, healthy, and so satisfying. 10. Radishes. Finally, let's talk about radishes. Perfect for impatient gardeners like me. If you're someone who likes to see quick results, radishes are your best friend. They grow quickly, and you'll have a harvest in about 4 weeks. Plant the seeds 1 inch apart and ½ inch deep. They don't need a lot of attention, just consistent watering. In a few short weeks, you'll have bright red radishes ready to be pulled from the soil. And here's a fun fact: don't forget about the greens. You can harvest them too and toss them into your salads for extra flavor. Bonus tip: radishes are a great conversation starter at your next garden gathering. Imagine telling your friends, "I just grew these in about a month." Pretty impressive, right? I can't wait to hear about your gardening adventures. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us grow our gardening community, and you'll be the first to know when I release more easy tips and ideas. Happy gardening, my friends. 9. Mustard greens. All right, let's talk about mustard greens. These little beauties are so easy to grow and offer a wonderful, zesty addition to your meals. If you've never tried them before, you're in for a treat. They're perfect for adding a little extra flavor to your dishes, whether in a salad, soup, or stir-fry. Plant your mustard greens by sowing seeds directly in the ground, or you can grow them in containers if space is tight. Once they start sprouting, make sure to thin them out to about 6 inches apart. This will allow for good airflow, so your plants don't crowd each other. And don't forget to water them regularly to keep them happy. Bonus tip: mustard greens grow super fast. You can actually harvest them in as little as 30 days. It's one of those crops that will give you that instant satisfaction you're looking for. Plus, they're great in salads, especially when you want to impress your guests with something a little different. 8. Swiss chard. Next up, we've got Swiss chard, one of the most beautiful and colorful greens you can grow. I love Swiss chard because not only is it cold tolerant, but it also brings vibrant reds, yellows, and oranges right into your garden. It's like having a little rainbow of goodness in your backyard. Plant your Swiss chard seedlings 6 to 8 inches apart in well-draining soil. Make sure to water them regularly, but don't overdo it. Just keep the soil nice and moist. As they grow, you'll want to harvest the leaves to encourage new growth. And the best part? You can keep harvesting all season long. Bonus tip: those colorful stems are absolutely stunning in your garden. They'll brighten up your space, and they're edible, too. So not only do they look gorgeous, but they're also great for adding flavor to your dishes. 7. Cabbage. Cabbage is a real star when it comes to cool weather crops. It thrives in those crisp fall temperatures and is so hardy that it can even withstand a bit of frost. If you're looking to add something a little more substantial to your garden, cabbage is a fantastic choice. Space your cabbage plants about 18 to 24 inches apart in rich, well-draining soil. These leafy heads love their space, so give them room to grow. Be sure to water them regularly and mulch around the base to keep the roots protected from the cold. Bonus tip: cabbage is incredibly versatile in the kitchen. From crunchy slaw to hearty soups, you'll get so many meals out of just one plant. And I'll bet, once you've tasted your own fresh cabbage, you'll never want to buy store-bought again. 6. Turnips. Last but definitely not least, turnips. These little guys are perfect for fall gardening, and they're one of the quickest growing crops around. If you're someone who loves to see fast results, turnips are just what you need. They'll grow quickly and are great for adding variety to your garden. To plant, sow turnip seeds directly in the soil, about 1 inch apart and ½ inch deep. Keep the soil moist, and make sure to thin the plants as they grow to give them enough space. You'll have a beautiful crop of turnips in no time. Bonus tip: don't forget about the turnip greens. They're edible, too, and perfect for soups or salads. You can get double the harvest from just one planting, which is always a nice bonus. I can't wait to hear how your gardens are growing. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on more easy and fun gardening ideas. 5. Parsnips. Now, let's talk about parsnips, one of those root vegetables that really rewards your patience. Parsnips are amazing because they actually taste sweeter after the first frost, so they're worth the wait. Trust me, nothing compares to the sweet, nutty flavor of parsnips that have been kissed by a little frost. To plant, simply sow the seeds directly into the soil, spacing them about 2 inches apart. Keep the soil moist and weed-free to give them the best chance to grow. Parsnips might take a little longer to mature, but once they're ready, they're absolutely worth it. Bonus tip: when they've been through that first frost, the flavor deepens and becomes richer. It's like waiting for the perfect moment to pick a fruit. It's so satisfying. 4. Cilantro. Next up, we have cilantro, one of my favorite herbs for cooking. Cilantro is fast-growing and does wonderfully in cooler weather, which makes it a perfect choice for planting in October. Whether you're growing it in the ground or in a container on your windowsill, cilantro is an easy, low-maintenance plant that will give you fresh leaves in no time. Simply sow the seeds directly in your garden or container and keep the soil nice and moist. Once your cilantro plants are about 4 to 6 inches tall, go ahead and start harvesting the leaves. If you're like me, you'll want to use it in everything, from tacos to soups. Bonus tip: if you're really into cilantro, grow a few batches. That way, you can have a continuous harvest throughout the season. It's perfect for garnishing meals or adding that fresh kick to any dish. 3. Sage. Let's move on to sage, another lovely herb that thrives throughout the cooler months. I love sage because it's not just practical in the kitchen, but it also adds a lovely texture and fragrance to the garden. It's easy to grow and doesn't require too much attention. You'll find that once you plant it, it tends to flourish with very little fuss. To plant, space your sage plants about 12 inches apart in well-drained soil. Water them sparingly, as sage doesn't like to sit in wet soil. You'll want to trim it regularly to keep the plant compact and healthy. Bonus tip: fresh sage is fantastic for seasoning fall dishes. Try it with roasted vegetables or even in a hearty soup. The earthy flavor is a wonderful addition to your kitchen and will make your meals feel extra special. 2. Thyme. Thyme is next on the list, another hardy herb that does beautifully in the fall temperatures. This little herb is great for flavoring a wide variety of dishes, from soups and stews to even baked goods. And the best part is, it's so easy to care for. Plant thyme in well-drained soil and space your plants about 6 to 12 inches apart. It doesn't need a lot of water, just a little to keep it happy. You'll want to prune it to encourage growth and keep it compact. Bonus tip: thyme is incredibly versatile. Use it in soups, stews, and even as a seasoning for bread or roasted meats. It'll elevate your dishes with its fragrant, earthy flavor, and it's so easy to grow. 1. Lavender. Finally, let's talk about lavender. Lavender is one of those plants that brings peace and relaxation to your garden, and it thrives in the cooler fall weather. It's a wonderful plant for seniors because it's low maintenance, and it can bring so much joy to your garden. Plus, you can use it in so many creative ways. Plant your lavender in well-drained soil with plenty of sunlight. Water it lightly and prune it after it finishes flowering. It doesn't need a lot of attention, but when it blooms, you'll have that lovely purple hue and the calming scent filling the air. Bonus tip: lavender isn't just for looks. You can use it to make homemade sachets, oils, and even incorporate it into your cooking for a unique flavor. It's perfect for those of us who love a touch of something special in our gardens and in our homes. From leafy greens like spinach and kale to beautiful herbs like lavender and thyme, October is such a wonderful time to get planting. Whether you have a big garden or just a few pots on your windowsill, these crops will bring joy and freshness to your life. You don't need a lot of space or a green thumb to enjoy the benefits of these plants. They're all simple, rewarding, and sure to make you feel accomplished as you watch them grow. If you enjoyed these tips, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your own gardening experiences in the comments below, and let us know which crop you're excited to plant this October. Let's keep growing together, one step, one plant at a time. Remember, gardening isn't about perfection. It's about creating something beautiful with your own hands, enjoying the process, and feeling that sense of accomplishment. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and I can't wait to see all of your gardens flourish. Until next time, happy gardening. And remember, you're never too old to grow something amazing.